Good evening, all. So today we'll start first subject, Ayurveda ithiasa. Actually, without knowing the history of Ayurveda, if you go towards other subjects, you won't understand. If you go towards the Samhita also, you won't understand. Okay. First and foremost thing, we should understand what we are studying. So, what is the deep history of our science and inside view of our Samhitas? So, the brief view of our Samhitas and salient features of our Samhita. So then only we will start interest on reading our Samhitas also. Okay. So first and foremost subject we have selected is Ayurveda Itihasa. So in Ayurveda Itihasa, you may expect one or two questions out of 120 questions. Okay. In some question paper, it may go up to 10 also. In some question paper, it may go up to 15 also. But minimum expectation is 2 to 5 questions from Ayurveda, purely from Ayurveda Itihasa. Okay. Some questions will come from salient features of Samhita that also we can add to Ayurveda. So in that, the main question will come from Ayurveda is the timeline. Okay. So, on which period this particular Acharya was lived? Okay. So, are their date of birth, are their contemporaries time period? Okay. So, this is the main important question. Charaka belongs to which century AD? Sushruta belongs to which century AD? So, Sharangara belongs to which century AD? So, or any other contemporary of Sharangara Samhita. And also the books and authors. Okay. Second important point is books and authors. Okay. So luminaries of Ayurveda means the stalwarts of Ayurveda. So starting from Agniwesha to till the present author P.V. Sharma, we should know everybody. Starting from Atraya and Dhanvantari to till Acharya P.V. Sharma. So these are all luminaries of Ayurveda or stalwarts of Ayurveda. We must know at least some minimum information, the minimum background of these luminaries, these stalwarts. And they may ask you questions regarding what are the good works of Acharya P.V. Sharma, what are the works of Bhattara Chandra. So like that, they may ask questions and commentaries also. So they will ask questions on commentaries also. Sometimes they will ask questions based on commentary. So we should able to answer regarding the commentary. And also they may ask you regarding their time period. Okay, in which time period they lived. Like that, the question may come. So altogether, you should remember all those things. Okay, in detail. Okay, got it. This is about Ayurveda Itihasa introduction. So the total mark sharing is 2 to 6 or 2 to 10 out of 120. So important FAQs is luminaries of Ayurveda or stalwarts of Ayurveda and important Samhitas, Charaka, Sushruta and Vaguda, Brotrais, Lagutrais and their followers. Okay, so in that books and authors and commentators time period and the salient features of Brotrais and Lagutrais, Nigantus and Rashastra Granthas. So before going to these things, we should know the divisions of Ayurveda. So how the Vedic ithiasa, the whole ithiasa of Ayurveda was studied. Okay, this classification is only based on the time period. So it's only based on some of the references from Acharya Priyota Sharma, scientific evidences from P.V. Sharma, Ayurvedic Vaigyanik Ityas by P.V. Sharma. This is the bird view of Ayurveda Ityasa. So Vedic Kalina Ityasa is 5000 BC to 2000 BC. During that period, all our Vedas was established or existed, or these Vedas were written during that time period from 5000 BC to 2000 BC. So why we want Veda means Ayurveda is a Upaveda of Atharva Veda. Okay, so Ayurveda is not a separate entity. So Ayurveda is an Upaveda of Atharvana Veda. So that we should know about Vedic Kalina Ityasa. So what are the things will come in Vedic Kalina Ityasa? So Vedas, Upanishad, Purana Granthas, Brahmana Upanishads, Shatapatha Brahmana, all these Granthas will belongs to Vedic Kalina Ithiasa. It is from 5000 BC to 2000 BC. Okay, so next one is Samhita Kalina Itihasa. So after Vedic Kala, we have a Samhita Kala. In Samhita Kala, we have our Bruhatrayas, Charaka, Sushruta, and Vagbata. These Samhitas are belongs to this time period, 2000 BC to 4th AD. So after that, we have Sangraha Kala, 4th AD to 7th AD. So from 4th AD, we have a Sangraha Kala. So this area is collection. What are the things written by Acharya Charaka, Sushruta, and Vagbata? So in Sangraha Kala, they started with the commentaries. So they started discussing about their Chikitsa Sutras and other things. And again, they are rewriting, they are validating the uh, Siddhantas of Bruhatrayas. That is Sangraha Kala. It is from 4th to 7th AD. So then comes Rashastra Kala. Rashastra Kala is from 8th AD to 12th AD. So you just go through Charaka Samhita, Sushru Samhita, or Vagbata Samhita. We don't have an extensive reference of Rasaushadis. Okay, so very rarely they are used Rasaushadis or Basmas or these chemical and organometallic medicines. So very rare. Okay, so nowhere in Charaka Samhita will get Basmas. Okay, so only when Ayashruti Kalpana was explained, Ayashruti Kalpana is an alcoholic preparation based on iron particles. Okay, so iron is heated and dipped in the water, so in hot water. So based on that, the iron particles are immigrated into the water, particularly. So based on that, the Ayashruti Kalpana was made. This is the only one reference of conversion of a metal or extraction of a metal principles into some water, aqueous extract of metals. This is the only one reference we'll get it in Samhita, in Charaka Samhita, or in Sushruta, or in Vagbata also. But in Vagbata, one reference is there, internal use of Parada, first time. Okay, so that will be the Parada Basti was advised in intersusception of intestine. Okay, so why only they use Parada for Basti? They use Parada Basti for intersusception of intestine. Okay, so intersusception of intestine is an emergency. There will be very severe pain patients will have during intersusception. So both intestine will be clogged each other. So to release the pressure, so we should inject Parada through the anal route. So why only Parada? Parada is a liquid heavy metal. Okay, so Parada is a
Sir, are
liquid
you
heavy metal. Even 1 kg of Parada is just you can hold it in the hand. Yeah,
Sir, practically, can we see this treatment with this therapy? What you are saying, like
no.
nobody is
Today we
practicing.
have, today we have a lot of surgical centers. Immediately patient will go to the
Sir,
surgical center.
actually, when I was in college in 2006, that time there was my professor. He used to do all the surgeries, Ayurvedic surgery, and his clinic was near BL Road. If you know his name, I don't know. He was our professor in the college, RMC. I don't know now whether he is practicing and he has a hospital still or not.
Surgeries, minimal surgeries we can do with government
No, he
permission
used to
also.
do a lot of surgeries. I have been in that hospital for during the college only. I used to go and see surgeries how sir used to do, and he used to follow exactly. It is written in our Shastra, olden days type of procedures he used to follow. I have witnessed that actually during my college. So I forgot his name also. Actually, what is his name? The doctor name. He was our professor that time. So some
Oh.
people are doing, but we don't know.
Mhm. So we have a permission. Those who finished their MS from Banaras Hindu University, they have a permission to practice all surgeries. So
Which
till today,
university?
Dr. Prasanna Kumar is SDM principal. So he did his MS from Banaras Hindu University. He has a permission to do all the surgeries, all classical surgeries he can do. And Dr. Sharma sir from SDM Udupi, he finished his MS from Banaras Hindu University. So he has a permission to do all the surgeries. And Kajay From Puttur, one doctor is there. So he can also he will also do all the surgeries. But this is the government permissions are needed and
So we
patient
can,
willingness. This is the policy matter. It's not about the skills. I have a skill, but
can
government
get
will
admission
not
in that
accept.
college. That university is where, sir?
Banaras University, BHU.
BHU.
Yes, Banaras
Okay.
University.
Okay, sir. Okay. Even I'm interested in surgery only. Let's see. I'm sure I will crack if this year I will do it well because I
Top
want to do. I want to become a surgeon only. I'm very good at surgery. I have done a lot of jobs as a surgery. I mean, as an assistant in surgical department, and I was able to do surgery myself when I was working. Actually, the doctors used to trust me a lot on my hand is good with surgeries. Actually, done a lot of surgeries myself.
your rank should be within 50, top 50 only.
Yeah, that I have to make a target. Actually, for that you please coach me well. If you
Yes,
want me
yes.
to come personally, also I can take personal coaching also.
I don't have time.
I know, but I'll do my best, sir, this year.
Okay, it's all depends on policy matters, how the government has given the permissions. So based on that, they can do these type of things. Okay. So after Sangraha Kala, we have a Rashastra Kala. So in our classical Samhitas, Charaka Sushrita Vagbata, we don't have references uh, regarding Rasaushadis. So only one reference in regarding Rasaushada internal use is Paradabas in case of interception of intestine. So okay, if intestine is clogged, the intestine is overlapped with one more layer of the intestine. So it's a very serious condition. So the food won't move. There will be very severe pain. Okay, so the intention is very clear. We need to create a huge pressure from the anorectal region, so it will drag the intestine. So it will drag, literally, it will drag. Okay, so that's why the liquid heavy metal parada. So they're injected into the intestine. If you 1 kg of parada, definitely it will drag a huge amount of intestine. So automatically it will be get corrected. So by this level, our acharyas has their insight without having ultrasonography, without having any CT scans or imaging techniques, MRI, nothing else. So only by examination, external examination only, they can get to know all these things. So they did all possible treatments to save the mankind. Okay, so Rashastra was started from Acharya Nagarjuna. So he's a Buddhist monk. It has started from 7th century AD. Actually, Rashastra was started from 7th century AD. So usually the surgical procedures was declined once the Buddhism was came into force. From 1st and 2nd century AD, Buddhism was spreaded all over the world after the Ashoka period. Okay, so Buddhism was spread all over the world, including India, Sri Lanka, China, Nepal, Bhutan, everywhere it has been spreaded. So the main thing is ahimsa paramo dharma. They don't want to do the imsa. So the slowly the surgical schools was came to on it. Slowly the Dhanvantar Sampradaya is declining, so that we need to invent a new system of medicine, a new power of medicines that should cure the disease without any harm or without any pain. Okay, so during that time a new medicine was emerged, a new system of medicine was emerged in the name of Rashastra. Okay, so they did a lot of research in that, and they made a very fast accurate system of medicine, that is Rashastra. Okay, so this is from 8th century AD. The new system was emerged. It is a Rashastra Kala. Got it? Next, after Rashastra Kala, we have a Nigantu Kala. So almost all our Rashastra Granthas was written during that time period. So from Nagarjuna till then, we have a lot of Rashastra Granthas. And till today, we are getting very good results in many areas is because of Russia. Very swift acting medicines, and the dose is also very, very less. And we are getting very promising results from Russia. Okay, so only one thing is you need to adjust the dose according to the patient disease. So if you're not giving a proper dose, then only we will get some side effects. Otherwise, it's a wonderful subject for study. Okay, so Rashastra is based on two main principles. One is Dhatuvada and one more is Dehavada. So Dhatuvada means so conversion of a lower metal into an higher metal. So conversion of a lower metal means if they are taking the iron and they'll convert it into gold. Okay, so conversion of a lower metal to higher metal is the main principle of Rashastra. And one more is Dehavada. So the same medicines was used into the body to cure the disease one. So based on these two main principles, they started Rashastra, Dehavada and Dhatuvada. So next, the lot of books. Till today, there are more than 1,000 books was written on Russia. So more than 1,000, not only one or two books. More than 1,000 books was written on Russia. Okay, so highest number of commentaries written on Ashtanga Hridaya, highest number of books written on Russia. So this is an evident thing. So more than 50 commentaries written on Ashtanga Hridaya, more than 1,000 books written on Russia. So there are lot of research was done on Russia based on Dehavada and Dhatuvada. Okay, so one reference from Kolkata Library. So they were documented more than 1,200 Rashastra books and Rashastra manuscripts also. Okay, so more than 200, more than 1,200 Rashastra manuscripts was documented in Kolkata Library. Okay, so that is the power of Rashastra, and a lot of new things came up once Rashastra came into Ayurveda practice. Okay, so then we have a Nigandakala. Rakshasa is not away from the principles of treatment, so it is supporting our all principles along with a new system of medicines. Okay, after that we have a Nigantukala. So this is Rakshasa is a mineralogy or mineral medicines. Again, we have herbal medicines. So if you go to North India, there are separate herbs. If you go to South India, we have separate herbs. We'll go into Northeast, we have separate set of medicines. So same Amalaki, we have 5 to 6 varieties. It's a big one, small one, and some forest variety. So a lot of varieties of drugs is available, and every area will be specified with some herbal medicines and some specific diseases. Okay, so based on this, everywhere they call herb into their own names. Okay, so in south we called aloe vera as Kumari. In north we call it as some other names. So Amrita can be called in many names. Okay, so the local names and the traditional names, everything will become a lot of confusions in diagnosing, identifying the herb. So in that case, the acharyas has written a detailed grantha based on the synonyms of the drug, that is called as Nigandus. Okay, so not only clarified the names of a grantha, they tried to write the Rasavana Virayupaka of the drug and try to simplify the drug, and they made a very broad drug dictionary based on their drug Karmukata and their synonyms. So a lot of Nigantus was written from 10th century to 20th century. So Nigantus was written on two main aims. One aim is to know about the synonyms of the drug, and one more aim is to complete phytochemistry of the drug. They written complete phytochemistry in one area, and in some area they written only their synonyms. So there are two types of Nigantus was written. Some Nigantus are pertaining to the particular Samhita only. For example, in Charaka Samhita, Yashti Madhu called as in some area is Jeshta Madhu, some area is Madhuka, some area is Yashti, some area is Yashti Madhu. So a lot of synonyms were used for Yashti Madhu. So we don't know whether Acharya has called Madhuka is the same drug as called as Yashti Madhu. Okay, so that we don't know. So that's why a particular Nigantu was established and emerged. They are given, yes, Maduka is Yashtimadu only. Jeshtamadu is Yashtimadu only. Okay. So why our acharyas use a lot of synonyms in their particular granthas? Any idea why they use a lot of synonyms in same grantha? So in first chapter of Charaka Samhita, use Yashtimadu in different name. In Charaka Siddhisthana, they use Yashtimadu in different name. So why our acharyas use the same drug in different names in different areas? So this is only to adjust to their chandas. So all our granthas written on particular pattern. Okay. So for example, Charaka Samhita is completely written on Anustopa chandas. Anustopa chandas, the logic behind writing Anustopa chandas is every line, every shloka should contain only 16 letters. How many letters? 16 letters. Each shloka will contain only 16 letters. This is based on Anustopa chandas, 16 letters. Okay, so every shloka is only having 16 letters in hand. Okay, like that. So they are making a plan. If they are going to finish the shloka, they have only two letters to fill up. So they will find out a two-letter synonym of a drug and they will fit into the shloka. So like that, they use a lot of synonyms for a single herbal drug. So that can be the reason. So based on the grammatical requirement, they may change the drug synonym also. So this is the one reason we want a Nigantu to understand the synonyms given in the classics. Okay. So after Nigantu Kala, we have an Adhunika Kala. Adhunika Kala is a modern era. So after 20th century, so this is a modern era. In modern era, what we have to concentrate is important Patra Patrikas. So the which is the first newspaper, which is the first editor. So like that, they may ask the questions and important events. So when which is the first Ayurveda medical college established in India, and which is the first PG entrance PG university established in India. So that is IPGTRA. Okay, so it's in Jamnagar, IPGTRA in Jamnagar. So and we have committees. We have CCIM established in the year 1971. So it is a governing body. Again, it is converted to NCSM from 2020. So before that, we don't have any governing body. Our Ayurveda is directly connected to the government of India and health department. Okay, so now we have an apex body, CCISM and NCSM. So before that, we don't have an apex body, so we will directly attach to the government of India health department. Okay, so these committees, so they made some Udupa committee, Dev committee, based on the president of the committee. They are given the name. So from 1940 to till 1971, so they made lot of committees to reform Ayurveda education. So to bring some new rules and to take out some old rules. So based on this, they made some lot of committees, and these committees has given some recommendations to the government of India regarding Ayurveda education. Okay, so regarding the syllabus, regarding the total number of years, and eligibility of a teacher, eligibility of a student, everything they made a reforms in the Ayurveda education. For that, they made a committee. Okay, so this committees was named based on the president of the committee. Okay, so these things also you should remember. These questions may also, this question may, they may ask when Dev committee was made, when Udupa committee was made. Okay, like that, the time period, timeline, the mask, what is the recommendations of Udupa committee, what are the recommendations of Dev committee. Okay, so like that, they may ask the question. So after that, we have a World Health Organization from 1948. So and UNICEF, CCIM from 1971, and national health policies. This is very important, and many exams they ask about national health policy. When pulse polio was started, when national tuberculosis program was started, when national blindness control program was started, when AIDS prevention program was started in India. So like that, the national policies national health policies is a point of interest for APGT examiners. So we'll get a lot of questions regarding that. So this is a in detail bird view of Ayurveda. So Ayurveda is broadly classified into Vedic Kalnitasa from 5000 BC to 2000 BC. During that period, all our Vedas, Upanishads, Brahmana Granthas, and Puranas was written. So these Granthas was established during that period. Ayurveda is Upaveda of Atharvana Veda. So these Samhitas, so Dhanvantara Sampradaya and Atraya Sampradaya was started from 2000 BC, and these Samhitas was clearly date back from 2000 BC to 4th AD. It is Samhita Kala. Okay, so all our major Samhitas was written this time period only. So after the Samhitas, we have a lot of commentaries on Samhita, the lot of reforms on Samhitas. Okay, a lot of recommendations, lot of addition, deletions, compilations, everything was done from 4th century to 7th AD. It's called as Sangraha Kala. Okay, so after that, a new system of medicine was emerged due to the decline of Dhanvantara Sampradaya, due to the decline of surgical schools. So that system is called as Rashastra Kala. So it is came to force from 8th century to 12th century AD. The father of Rashastra is Nagarjuna, is a Buddhist monk. So he is the one person who started Rashastra. Okay, so after that we have a lot of nigantus, and these nigantus are nothing but drug dictionaries. So many dictionaries was written from 10th to 20th century area. After that we have an Adhunika Kala. So in Adhunika Kala, what are things we have to remember is important newspapers, important events. So Ayurveda reform committees, so WHO, NSF, CCISM, National Health Policies, World Yoga Day, World Ayurveda Day. Okay, so all these things in general GK, Ayush GK questions also you should remember. So they may ask questions from Ayush GK also. So all this will comes in Adhunika Kala. Okay, so this is the broad classification of Ayurveda. Next, we'll
So
come to
where to find that Ayurveda GK? Something you said no last.
guide. We will guide.
Okay.
So Vedas and Upavedas. So Veda is Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharvana Veda. So Upaveda of Rigveda is Dhanurveda. Upaveda of Yajurveda is Tapatya Veda. Upaveda of Samaveda is Gandharva Veda. Okay. So Upaveda of Atharva Veda is Ayurveda. We have some controversies in Vedas, where the Vedas are came from. So, on the references from Puranas, all Vedas was came from Brahma. Okay, we call it as Brahmi Muhurta. Brahma has four head. From each head, one Vedas was came out. One Rishis was taking each Veda and they written in the format. Okay, Rig Veda was written by Dhanul Rishi. Yajurveda is written by Stapatya Rishi. Samaveda is written by Gandharva Rishi. Atharvaveda was written by some other rishis. So this is Ayurveda. But in that regard, so some references are there. Only three Vedas were existed. So and Ayurveda was written in Bhuloka, and after that it has validated by Shiva. Then only Atharva Veda is entered into the four Vedas. Okay, Atharva Veda is not at all a Veda. It came from a Brahma. So these versions are there, but we don't want any controversy and anything. For AAPGT, what we need is we have four Vedas and four Upavedas. Okay, so Dhanurveda is Upaveda of Rigveda, Stapatya Veda is Upaveda of Yajurveda, Gandhara Veda is Upaveda of Samveda, Ayurveda is Upaveda of Atharva Veda. Got it? So only this much. So thing you should remember. And one more important thing is Acharya Kashyapa called Ayurveda as a Panchama Veda. So this is a very important thing. Very common question they will ask you in AAPGT. Who called Ayurveda as a Panchama Veda? Who called Ayurveda as a Panchama Veda? It is Acharya Kashyapa. Okay, so Acharya Kashyapa called Ayurveda as a Panchama Veda. Got it? Any questions regarding this?
Sir, we have this slide what you are showing in our this book.
Yeah, we will send you. It's there. If it is not there, I will share you. Okay. Next class, I will tell you about important features or salient features of Vedas. Only Rigveda and Atharvana Veda we have some salient features. So remaining two Vedas was not at all connected with Ayurveda. Okay. So one by one we will go with the Samhita. Okay. First and foremost, Samhita we should go with it is I Charaka Samhita. Okay. All of you can see this slide. Samhita, Charaka Samhita.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So Mula Upadishta of Charaka Samhita is Atraya Punarvasu. Punarvasu Atraya is the Mula Upadishta of Charaka Samhita. And then Tantrakarta of Charaka Samhita is Agnivesha. Agnivesha Krute Tantre Charaka Pratisamskrute. Drudavala Sampurite. So this shloka is available at the end of each and every chapter of Charaka Samhita. Okay. So in the beginning of chapter in Charaka Samhita, Iti Asman Bhagavan Atreyaha. The name is started with Iti Asman Bhagavan Atreyaha. Okay, so this whole Charaka Samhita is came from Acharya Atreya. So how Acharya Atreya narrated the Samhita, like that only Agnivesha written that Samhita in the form of Tantra. Again, Acharya Charaka has elaborated this Tantra into a Samhita. Okay, so some chapters are missing during the Drudavala time period. So then some chapters is again contributed by Drudavala into the Charaka Samhita. Then it becomes a total Samhita. Got it? So Mula Upadishta or Adhyopadishta or expounder. So in examination they will ask you about who is the expounder of Charaka Samhita. Don't get confused. Expounder is Adhyopadishta or Mula Upadishta. The name is Atraya Punarvasu. Okay. Again, Tantrakarta is Agnivesha. Tantrakarta is Agnivesha. Who is the author of Charaka Samhita? Author is Agnivesha. So who is the Pratisamskarta of Charaka Samhita? Pratisamskarta of Charaka Samhita is Acharya Charaka. Who is the Sampuraka of Charaka Samhita? Sampuraka of Charaka Samhita is Acharya Drudabala. Got
Sir,
it?
can you
So okay.
once again? You are going very fast. Actually, I'm not able to understand the word.
Which word?
You said something about all Samhitas. Who is that? Like,
Yeah.
is there?
Mula Upadishta is Atraya Punarvasu. Mula Upadishta means an expounder from where the Samhitas, where the Charaka Samhita came from is. So Atraya Punarvasu. Okay. Tantrakarta is an author. So Agnivesha is a Tantrakarta. So he only wrote Charaka Samhita in the form of Tantra. Again, this Tantra is elaborated and made into Samhita by Acharya Charaka is called as Prati Samskarta. Okay, so and then the complete some chapters are missing after that. Then these chapters are again contributed by Acharya Drudabala. Okay, he is called as Sampuraka. Okay, so Sampuraka is Acharya Drudabala. Acharya Drudabala is Sampuraka. So, what are the contributions
The
of
chapters.
Acharya to Charaka Samhita? How many chapters is contributed by Acharya Drudabala to Charaka Samhita? That is the question. Can anybody tell how many chapters is contributed by Drudabala to Charaka Samhita?
17.
17 chapters of Chikitsasthana. Then 17 number is correct. It is from Chikitsasthana.
Ikshasthana, yes.
Then
And
whole Siddhi and
Siddhi,
Kalpasthana contribution of Drudabala.
Siddhi and Kalpasthana, sir.
Whole
Siddhi and Kalpasthana, sir.
yes. 12 chapters of Siddhisthana and 12 chapters of Kalpasthana is a sole contribution of Drudabala.
Kalpasthana.
Yes. 24
Drudabala.
chapters plus 17 chapters. How much total? 24 plus 7. What is the contribution of total contribution of Drudabala? 24 chapters plus 17 chapters. How much? Total contribution is 41. Okay. 17 chapters of Chikitsasthana and 12 chapters of Siddhi and 12 chapters of Kalpa. In total, there are 41 chapters is solely contributed by Drudabala in present version of Charaka Samhita. Okay. So in the present version of Charaka Samhita, total contribution of Drudabala is 41 chapters. All of Siddhi and Kalpasthana is contributed by Drudabala and 17 chapters of Chikitsasthana is contributed by Drudabala. And your homework is just write down the 17 chapters contributed by Drudabala and message me by today night, 10 o'clock. Put into the group the 17 chapters contributed by Drudabala. Okay? So mic on ಆಗಿದೆ. Mute your keep mic in the mute. Iral yours only, yes. So all of you open Charaka Samhita, Chikitsasthana and go to the last sloka. In last sloka only they written Agnimesha Krute Tantre Charaka Prasamsrute. If it is ends with this, don't no need to copy. If ends with Drudabala Sampurite, that is the contribution of Drudabala.
You have
Got it? That is the contribution. So these things you should copy and message me the all 17 chapters contributed by Drudabala. Got it? All 17 chapters of Drudabala you should message me by today night. Okay, is it possible? Will you check it today only? All of you? So I will
yes, sir.
tell you. Yes, I
So
will tell you.
where do we find that? In the Charak Samhita only?
Charaka Samhita only. Charaka Chikitsasthana open last sloka of all chapters and find out 17 chapters written by Drudabala. Got it? Good. Message me today night only. Next. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
So, any issues, immediately message me in chat box or message me in group. Okay. So, ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೆ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ 10 minutes ಆಗಿದೆ. Immediately out of message, raise your hand like that or message me in WhatsApp or you can dial me in WhatsApp. Okay, I will keep my mobile here. Right. Okay. So Indriya Sthana is, they call it as Arishta Sthana. So what is Arishta? Niranam, what is Arishta? Niyata Marana Kyapaka Lingam Arishtam. So the definitive signs of death is called as Arishta, fixed signs of death. So if the patient get these signs, definitely will going to die. So like that 100% precision signs and symptoms will come into the patient, it's called as Arishtas. So it is fixed signs of death. Okay, if these signs and symptoms came means, so definitely you will going to die. Niyata Marana Kyapakalingam Arishta. So all these things is Acharya explained in India, so that's what's called as also Arishta Sthana. So then next is Chikitsa Sthana, it's also called as Aushadha Sthana. A lot of Aushadas was described and explained in Chikitsa Sthana. That's why it's called as Aushadha Sthana. And then Kalpasthana is called as Vikalpasthana. So Kalpam, Vikalpam. So many formulations can be prepared from a herbal drug. That's why they call it as a Vikalpa Sthana. Okay, so one futuristic thing you will observe in Charaka Sutra Sthana is he is the first one to classify all of his 30 chapters of Charaka Sutra Sthana into Chatushkas. So every 4 chapters, so he has some intent to explain the four chapters of these samhitas based on their designation. So first 4 chapters is given the name Beshaja Chatushka. So second 4 chapters is first Chatushka. Third is Nirdesha. Fourth is Kalpana. Fifth is Roga Chatushka. Sixth is Yojana. Seventh is Annapana. Okay. So last is Dvaya. Okay. So last 2 chapters he has not compounding. Just leave it as it is. So this is the beauty of Charaka Samhita Sutra Sthana. He had given a designated name for every 4 chapters. In first 4 chapters, he explained only about the Beshaja. Second 4 chapters, he will explain about how to maintain Swastha. The third 4 chapter, he will going to give the direction for a Samhita, Nirdesha. Then in fourth 4 chapters, he has given Kalpanas, Neha Vidhi, Nehana Vidhi, Sweda Vidhi. So he has given some Kalpanas to do it. And in fifth 4 chapters, he is explaining about Roga Chatushkas. Sixth 4 chapter is Yojana. So how to make a plan, all these things. Seventh 4 chapter is Annapana Chatushka. So last 2 chapters, as he has not given any name. Okay, so this is the classification of Chatushkas given in Charaka Sutra Sthana. In Charaka Samhita, we have approximately 1950 drug preparations. Okay. So after Charaka Samhita, we have a lot of salient features are there in Charaka Samhita. We'll discuss it in next class. Okay. So Sushruta Samhita, Adhyopadishta of Sushruta Samhita is Dhanvantari. Tantrakarta of Sushruta Samhita is Rudra Sushruta. First Pratisamskarta is Sushruta. Second Pratisamskarta is Nagarjuna. Patashuddhikarta of Sushruta Samhita is Chandrata. So usually they will ask question in Sushruta Samhita, who is Chandrata? So Chandrata is a Patashuddhikarta of Sushruta Samhita. Then they will ask who is a Pratisamskarta of Sushruta Samhita. Pratisamskarta is Nagarjuna. Okay. So then comes total number of chapters in Sushruta Samhita. There are 120 chapters in Sushruta Samhita. In Uttara Tantra is again an added one. So in original Sushruta Samhita we have 5 sthanas and 120 chapters. And fifth sthana is added later. The fifth sthana is, sorry, sixth sthana is Uttara Tantra. There are 66 chapters presenting Sushruta Uttara Tantra. Okay, the commentaries as like this. Nyaya Chandrika by Gayadasa, it's one of the famous commentary. And then Manumati Tika written by Chakrapani. It's written only on Sutra Sthana of Sushruta Samhita. It's not all written on any other sthanas of Sushruta Samhita. So only on Sutra Sthana, Bhanumati Tika was written. And then Nibandha Sangraha is written by Dallana. Yes. Sushrutartha Sandipin written by Haranachandra. It's also one of the important commentary on Sushruta Samhita. Okay. So again, Ashtanga Sangraha, Ashtanga Hridaya, Madhavidana is there. That we will take up in the next class. I think all of you are getting bored